What's up, guys? It's Abs the Evil Hero, just showcasing my True King Dino deck profile. But before I get started with the deck profile, I just want to show off a few things. Yeah, a couple of my pulls from Battles of Legend Armageddon. It's a lot of stuff I really liked. You know, it's one of my favorite pulls ever. So yeah, one Chaos the Dragon of Armageddon, one Dark Arm the Dragon of Annihilation, Judgment Dragon of Heaven, Darkness Metal the Dark Dragon of Darksteel, Trish the Dragon of Asmus. And I was so happy when I pulled all of them. Yeah, just looking forward to the next box now. So Rises of the Duelist will be my next one. So yeah, showcase that. Yeah, but without further ado, show off the deck profile. Yeah, so first of all, two ultimate conductor Tyranno. So the effect is cannot be normal summoned or set. It must be special summoned from your hand by banishing two dinosaur type monsters from your graveyard once per turn. During either player's main phase, you can destroy one monster in your hand, and if you do, change all face-up monsters your opponent controls face-down defense position. This card can attack all monsters your opponent controls once each at the start of the damage step, and if this card attacks a defense position monster, you can inflict 1,000 points of damage to your opponent, and if you do, send the defense monster to the graveyard. Yeah, so it's quite broken. Actually, the boss monster of the deck is a 3/5 beater, and it works well with tons of cards in this deck. I'll get to them. So, 3 Soul Eating Oviraptor. So it says if this card is normal summon or special summon, you can take one dinosaur type monster from your deck and either add it to your hand or send it to the graveyard. You can target one other level 4 or lower dinosaur type monster on the field, destroy it, then special summon one dinosaur monster from your graveyard in defense position. You can use the effect of Soul Eating Oviraptor once a turn. So yeah, a broken card is another broken card. So yeah, so you can just use this. You can combo this off of a lot of things. So you can like Baby Ceratosaurus, and then you can use him and then destroy and special summon another dino from the deck. So it's actually quite busted in of itself. 3 Miscellaneousaurus. Yeah, this is not another broken card. So during either player's main phase, you can send this card from your hand to the graveyard. During this main phase, dinosaur type monsters you control are unaffected by your opponent's activated effects. You can banish any number of dinosaur monsters from your graveyard, including this card, special summon one dinosaur monster from your deck with a level equal to the total number of monsters banished to activate this effect. But destroy during the end phase. Yeah, so another broken card as well. Like, there's a reason this card got put off the ban list. What you can do is just get the effect, summon it, and then you can just use then you can go into the extra deck with it. Or you could use it for him as well, for Ultimate Conductor Tyranno. Yep. So let's go out with the one-offs. So one Dino Wrestler Pankotrops, basically the Cyber Dragon of the deck, and one Jarek Elio for synchro plays. One Giant Rex, another broken card that you can use this with all three. So conduct with Tyranno or Oviraptor. So it can't attack directly. If this card is banished, you can special summon this card, and if you do, it gains. Special summon this card, yeah. And if you do, this card can 200 attack for your banished dinosaur monsters. You can only use the effect of Giant Rex once per turn. So what you can do is you can send it to the graveyard with the effect of miscellaneous. Which one is it? Yeah, you can use the effect of Soul Eating Oviraptor, send it to the graveyard, and have another dino in the graveyard. You can remove him and another dino and special summon Tyranno, and then it's another 3 special summon because of it. So yeah, it's another busted card. One Petit Ranodon. So if this card is destroyed by a card effect and sent to the graveyard, special summon one level 4 or higher dinosaur monster from your deck. Yeah, so you can use it for Pankotrops. And there was some more. I'll be getting to them in a minute. There was more dinos. We'll be getting to them in a minute. So 3 Baby Ceratosaurus, another busted card. So it says if it's destroyed by a card effect and sent to the graveyard, special summon one level 4 or lower Sorry. If this card is destroyed by a card effect and sent to the graveyard, special summon one level 4 lower dinosaur monster from your deck. So yeah, you can use it to special summon Oviraptor, Miscellaneosaurus, or any other level 4 lower giant, or any other level 4 lower dino. So it could be Jirac or Giant Rex or Pteranodon. Okay, moving on to the others. So to Dogoran for the problematic cards. For problematic cards, and I did look it up because numerons are going to be a big thing now, and I had to look up the ruling for it. And it says that you can special summon this card from your hand to your opponent's field in attack position by attributing one monster they control. If your opponent controls a kaiju monster, you can special summon this card from your hand in attack position. The last effect you don't really need to worry about, but just in case, you can control one kaiju. You can only control one kaiju monster. Once per turn, you can remove 3 kaiju cards from anywhere in the field, destroy a monster your opponent controls. This card can attack the turn's active effect. Yeah, but you don't need it. You just need it for the tribute in effect. Because a lot of the Numeron stuff, they have Utopic Zexal, I think the card is called. Yeah, Utopic Zexal. You can't activate effects when it's on the field, but however, you can tribute over it. But then you'll still be affected. You'll still get the effect of Utopic Zexal. However, you won't have to worry about it after you got it from rid of it. Okay, the True King package. So yeah, just a second. Yeah, one True King Lithosagem. So if this card is in your hand, you can destroy 2 other monsters in your hand or face up on the field, including a nerf monster. And if you do, special summon it. And if you do that, both destroyed monsters or Earth, you can look at your opponent's extra deck and banish up to 3 monsters with different names. If this card is destroyed by a card effect, you can special summon one non-Earth monster from your graveyard. Yeah. So yeah, this card was banned for a reason. You can destroy up to 2 cards, so it could be anything. So it could be Baby Ceratosaurus, or you could send Giant Rex or Petty Ranodon, and then after that you could just summon Ultimate Conductor Tyranno. And then with the Baby Ceratosaurus you could special summon, and then with the Giant Rex is in the graveyard, you can remove it. You can remove it with the effect of Tyranno. One True King, Agni Mazad, the Vanisher. So yeah, if this card is in your hand, you can destroy 2 other monsters in your hand and or face up on the field, including a fire monster. And if you do special summon this card, and if you do that, you can banish 1 monster from your opponent's field or graveyard. If the destroyed monster were fire, this card is destroyed by a card effect. You can add one non-fire war monster from your graveyard to your hand. So yeah, this one's another busted card as well. So yeah, you could send Jirac or Miscellaneosaurus. And so they're your copies. They're your copies for the targets for his effect. And you can special summon him. You have another 29 beater on the field, similar to the True King Lithosagem. You have your Giant Rex and Dino Wrestler Pankotops. They're your targets as well. So just more broken cards. More just bring them out, swarm the field. So yeah, hand traps. You have the three Ash Blossoms. 3 Ash Blossoms, staple. Yeah, you need them to survive in today's meta game. So yeah, Ash Blossom is self-explanatory. So you can only use this effect once a turn. It's like you can discard the effect. So when a card or effect is activated that includes any of these effects, it's a quick effect. So you can discard this card and negate that effect. So it could be adding a card from the deck to the hand, special summoning from the deck, or you send a card from the deck to the graveyard. Yeah, so it's quite busted as a staple. Recommend run it in almost every deck, or side it at the very least. Okay, so let's move to the spells. just give me a moment. Yeah, so three fossil dig. So yeah, they're must-haves for the deck. So they must-haves for the deck. So add one level 6 or lower dinosaur monster from your deck to your hand. So a dinosaur version of the reinforcements of the army. Three Pot of Extravagance. Now I know this card is a bit expensive. But like what you can do is you can take out and run desires instead. You know, it's up to you, personal preference. Like run 2 desires and run one Obstark Goblin, because the amount of damage you'll be doing with this deck, like them gaining an extra 1,000 is nothing compared to the 3k or the 2/9 that's going to be taken away from them. But yeah, you're not going to really go into extra deck so much with this build. But yeah, there's the. So yeah, this deck runs quite a few field spells. So let's get to them. So put it this way: two lost worlds. So almost is on the field, lose 500 attack and defense except for dinosaur monsters. Once per turn, if a dinosaur monster is normal summon, special summoned, except during the damage step, you can special summon one Jorek token. Dinosaur Earth level 1/0 to your opponent's side of the field. When your opponent controls a token, they cannot target monsters on the field with card effects except tokens. Once per turn, if a normal summoned monster on the field will be destroyed or a card effect, you can destroy that many dinosaur monsters in your hand or deck instead. Yeah, so another broken card. You can use this in conjunction with Baby Ceratosaurus, or what's it called? Use it with Giant Rex to get them in the graveyard and then have extra summoning. So yeah, so you run 2 of them. One Mystic Mind, dipping chicken card. So if your opponent controls more monsters than you do, your opponent cannot activate monster effects or declare an attack. If you control more monsters than your opponent does, you cannot activate monsters or declare an attack. Once per turn during the end phase, if both players control the same number of cards, like destroy this card. So yeah, this is a good card to use like if you're going first. So you just smack this on them. You just smack this on them. On top of that, it works well with Lost World, since they get a token on their field. You drop this, you can get rid of it, drop this down, and then you get this, drop this down, and what's it called? They automatically have more cards on their field to begin with anyway. One diagram. So all True Draco and True King monsters in the field gain 300 attack. The first time each tribute summon True Draco or True King monster would be destroyed by battle each turn. It wouldn't be. So yeah, they're safe for 1 turn. Once around, you can destroy one other card you control or in your hand, and if you do, add 1 True Draco or True King card from your deck to your hand. And once again, this works well with Miscellaneousaurus. So it's a free summon as well as a reinforcement to the army for True Kings. Yeah, of course, 1 terraforming, so add whichever you want. 1 set rotation. Yeah, so set 2 field spells with different names on your deck on the field, and 1 on your opponent's field. Wow. Either of those cards remain set on the field, neither player can activate. Or set other field spells. So yeah, this could be good on your opponent's turn. That you put this face down. Their turn comes and you flip it face up. You flip it face up on their turn, and yeah, you just put the Mystic Mine on your field. Okay, three Lightning Storm. 3 Lightning Storm, and for the traps, 3 evenly matched. So yeah, Lightning Storm is self-explanatory. If you control no face-up cards, activate one of these effects, destroy all tap position monsters your opponent controls, or destroy all spell and trap cards your opponent controls. Yeah, so really, really broken. Now, I understand this card is also quite really expensive. So what you can do, you can take them out and like say you can run like a instant fusion, a mind control, or an added twin twister. I mean, it's up to you. It's personal preference. But as I said, you're not going to go into extra deck all that much. You're not going to really go into extra deck all that much with this build. So yeah, you can just take them out and just run instant fusion and just change any of the extra deck cards out and run a Mud Dragon of the Swamp, whatever have you. So yep, and of course 3 evenly matched. Also another expensive card. Yeah, you could just run like Dark Hole or something like that, or like say, or a what's that card called? The capture card. Yeah, you could take it out. Run. You can run Infinite Impermanence or yeah, Crackdown. Sorry, you can run Impermanence or Crackdown or anything else that floats your boat. I'm sure some of you noticed I don't run. I don't run the double evolution pill in this deck because I just see there's really no need. There's really no need to run it. I mean, you'll be bringing monsters out left, right, and center. So yeah, with that in mind, yeah, let's move to the extra deck. So 2 Dolka. Get close. Yeah. So summon them out with 2 level 4 Dino monsters. During either player's turn, when a monster effect activates, you can detach one of these material from that card, negate the activation, and negate the activation if you do destroy that monster. So yeah, really good negate. You know, it's just stop your opponent from activating effects, monster effects. Sorry. So yeah, it's similar to Appaloosa in a way. So yeah, really good to have. 3 True King of all Calamity, because why not? You run like 4 True Kings in the deck anyway, and it's a pretty busted card it's a busted card in and of itself. 2 or more level 9 monsters once per turn. During the player's turn, you can detach one Xyz monster from this card and declare one attribute. This turn, all face-up monsters on the field become the attribute. So also, all monsters of your opponent's possession with that attribute can activate their effects or attack monsters that True Draco or True King monsters in your hand. With this, cannot act. Sorry, all monsters in your opponent's possessions with that attribute cannot activate their effects or attack monsters that True Draco or True King monsters in your hand would destroy with their card effects can be chosen from your opponent's field. So yeah, it's pretty easy to bring him out. You have what's it called? Like I said, you got 4 True King monsters in the deck anyway. So yeah, with the rest of them, one Dweller, because why not? You can stop your opponent from using the graveyard. Yeah, you can detach a unit, and then you can cards that activate in the graveyard can't be activated. Also, it's like, so yeah, it's easy to bring out as well to level 4 monsters. 1 Evil Swarm Exoton Knight. So once per chain during your main phase or your opponent's battle phase, if your opponent has like more total cards in their hand than field than you do, you can detach one material from this card, destroy all the cards on the field. Also, your opponent takes no damage this turn. So yeah, it's a dark hole in a sense, and you know, pretty easy to bring out level 4. Yeah, this is in the ban list for a reason. So so yeah, one number 60 Dugarist the Timeless. So you can detach 2 materials from this card and activate one of the effects. Skip your next draw phase. Also draw 2 cards and discard one. Skip your next main phase. Also summon 1 monster from your graveyard in defense position. Skip the battle phase of your next turn. Also double the attack of 1 monster you control and ahead of this turn. Yeah, it's in there. Just fair of it. 1 Evil Soul Lagio. So 2 level 4 dinosaur monsters when either players when a spell or trap card would be when a monster is normal summoned or special summoned, or a spell or trap card is activated, you can detach 2 of these materials from this card. Negate the summon activation if you do destroy that card. So yeah, it's really good. Similar to Dolka, but with spells and traps instead. Synchros, you run one Trishula. So when this card is Synchro Summon, you can banish up to 1 card from each of your opponent's hand, field and graveyard. So the card in question is chosen at random. So yeah, not a bad card. Staple. Speedroid Chumbara. So yeah, 1 tuner, 1 non-tuner. This card can make a second attack during each battle phase. It also busted on its own, yeah. If this card battles against 200 attack, if this card is sent to the graveyard, you can target one of your opponent's Spanish speedrunners and add it to your hand. So one of your Spanish speedrunners. You can only special summon 1 high-speed Chumbara once per turn. So yeah, it's alright. You know, bring him out, attack twice. For the links, one Pentastag. If linked, if your linked monster attacks the defense position monster and inflict piercing damage to your opponent. So yeah, you can use him in conjunction with you can use him in conjunction for or for Ultimate Conductor. Yeah, Nightmare package. 1 Phoenix. Self-explanatory. One Nightmare Unicorn. And of course, why not one Boros Sword? Boros Sword probably like, you know how it is. Boros Sword on its own is pretty busted card itself. It's just like I recommend it. Like every deck, you should run at least Boros Sword in there. So yeah, cannot be destroyed by battle once per turn. Quick effect: you can target one attack position monster, change it to a defense position. Also, this card can make a second attack during each battle phase this turn. Your opponent cannot activate cards or fix a response to this card's activation once per turn. When this card declares an attack on a face-up monster, you can activate this effect until the end of the turn. This card gains attack equal to half that monster's current attack, and if it does, that monster's current attack is halved. So yeah, it's really broken card. I'd recommend running it in like just about any deck. Just busted for OTKs. And yeah, like that's it. Hope you enjoyed the video, and please do mind me. I do stutter quite a lot because it's just I'm new to YouTube, so like it's gonna take me a while to get used to it. But yeah, if you enjoyed the video, please like, comment, share, subscribe, and in the future I'll provide you with more Yu-Gi-Oh content. Evil Hero GG.